This is very, very important. If you do this one right, I told you you can make a few thousand recipes right here. The only thing is to keep an eye on it and stir it until it becomes golden brown. Okay? So nothing special to see in there. Everybody knows how the golden brown onion looks like. It's kind of deep frying the onion right there in my pan. Okay, so while she is making golden brown my onions, I'll explain what is saag and paneer is. Saag, first of all, somebody said spinach. Yes and no. Yes, because it's a green. Literal meaning of saag is cooking with the greens. Okay? Authentically, when you're talking about saag, especially in North India, when you're saying saag, you're talking about mustard greens. But as a literal meaning, cooking with the greens. Somebody said, oh, I don't want to cook with the spinach or this. He said to cook with the greens. I want to cook with the kale. Sure, go ahead. I want to cook with any other kind of your favorite greens. Just go ahead, rapini or whatever. Every single thing is fine. Why the restaurant use your spinach? Because a common adaptive taste, and everybody knows what kind of taste and flavor it is. So that's the reason the spinach gets used very commonly. Number 2 is the paneer. What is paneer? Paneer is basically curdled milk. What it is? Curdled milk. Yeah, it's some people call it a cheese. I don't call it a cheese because it's not any process or anything. There's nothing to it. Just boil your milk, put your any vinegar or any kind of citrus in there, it breaks down, drain it, and it creates paneer. Anybody wants to try it? Oh. Who else? All right. No. Okay. So that's it. So it's similar to a tofu. Tofu is a soya, and this one is milk, basically. That's all it is. Okay? All right. So next one is I need to get one more thing.
Alexa?
Okay. So next one, I'm going to add a little bit of. It's kind of a little golden right there. I'll wait a little bit. Okay. So this sauce, which I'm trying to make, everything all ingredient I'm using a chopped ones because the consistency of this masala is a little choppy. I use some chopped onions. Next one, I'm going to use chopped garlic. Next one, I'm going to using some chopped ginger. Somebody might ask me, how much you putting in there? About 1 teaspoon of each. More or less, no big deal. Just change it as you need it. So, your own idea. I'm going to use a little bit of garlic ginger paste as well. Why? Garlic ginger paste. Where she's go? Oh, yeah, she's right here. Yeah, right here. You were asking. So right here, I use both. Why I'm using both in this one is the chopped one, you're going to have a taste out of it when you're going to bite into it. And consistency is going to be all choppy. And what is garlic ginger paste is going to do? It's going to act as a thickening agent. It's going to thicken your sauce. So it's going to do both. It's looking pretty good. So already smelling the flavor? Yeah. Yes, sir. For 1 liter of milk, I would say not really. I would say a quarter of a cup or maybe less than that. I never measured it. When you just pour it, you think it will start breaking. Don't mix it. Pour it slowly. Just give a small stir. That's it. Because if you mix it, all the cheese is going to start mixed together. So if you see it start breaking and your whey is getting clear, it's good enough. If you're not getting clear, add a little bit more. A few more, like bottle cap or so. Well, 1 liter, maybe you might take 2 or 3 bottle caps max. Start with 1. If it doesn't do it, give 1 more. If it doesn't do it, give 3rd one. I think 3 is way too much. Okay? All right. Looking beautiful. A little bit more. All right. Any more questions right here? I'll need to wait a few more minutes until it starts getting a little bit more brownish. Yeah. The other way is sides will start working. All right, guys. Any more questions? Because I have to wait. No? Okay.
How do you do the mint chutney?
How do we do what?
The mint chutney?
Mint chutney? Oh, okay. So you want to know how to do a mint chutney? Should I do it now or? Okay, I'll do it quickly. Mint chutney, somebody want to write down? Mint chutney is basically one bunch of mint and 3 to 4 bunches of cilantro. 3 to 4 bunches of cilantro. Why we call it a mint chutney? More cilantro and the one is cilantro. Reason. Mint chutney, if you're using only mint in there, it'll be too sharp, too bright and too black. And it's not going to be as good and tasty. Cilantro, green cilantro is very, very good because the reason we put it in there is a nice, smooth, buttery taste to it. So that's the reason we just use cilantro in there. So it's going to give you more greener. So one bunch of mint, 3 bunches or 3 to 4 bunches of cilantro, 1 large onion to make it thicker. Okay. Next one is lot of green chilies to give a heat. And if you have recommended is use raw mangoes. That gives you a little sourness. If raw mangoes are not available, use a lemon juice. Who cares? Put the lemon juice and put in your blender. Blend it together. Just add it up a little bit water if you need to. And otherwise, try to use the least amount of water. And here's your chutney. Salt, of course. My masala is looking golden brown right now. My next ingredient, I'm going to start adding my spices now. Number 1, I'm adding a turmeric powder right here. I'm going to explain this. Now in your recipe, I did not add turmeric powder in there. For saag paneer, I do not use turmeric powder. Why I don't use it? Because that contradicts with my color. Next ingredient is my homemade garam masala. That's it. A little bit of Kashmiri chilies. Somebody stole my chilies. A little bit of paprika. Let me grab my chilies. Got it. I got it. Next one, I cannot wait. My chopped tomatoes goes right in there. And chilies I can put it in there now. Okay. If you see it's getting a little bit overdone, which is it's not getting a little overdone, so let's just step away a little bit. I add a little bit of water to it. Always keep water handy. Anytime you see it's going to go a little bit out of hand, add a little water in there. Because that's going to stop cooking and continue to keep cooking, and whatever water we added in there, reduce it back down. Okay? This is looking beautiful. Now give it a nice consistency and smoothness. I'm going to add a little bit of tomato puree in there. You can 2 different ways how you can use tomato puree. You can either have some tomatoes and blend it and put it in there, or use a canned tomato puree. Both are okay. This is looking so beautiful right now. Smells good? Okay, as you see, I did not use a whole lot of spices. Only thing, my homemade garam masala, a little bit of turmeric, and for the heat I used chili. That's all I use. Not a whole lot of ingredients, like a million ingredients I'm using. Very simple and straightforward. Why? I was talking about turmeric, he asked me before. Yes, turmeric gets used in Indian cuisine quite a bit because it just gives you nice color and a nice flavor to it. Turmeric has very nice taste and flavor, which will commonly gets used in most of the curries. But if you think your color is contradicting, so skip it. That's the reason for the saag paneer I do not use this, turmeric, but I'm using it right now in order to show you basic garam masala, basic masala which I'm going to try to create. That's the only reason I did it. Otherwise, if you're using it at home, it's not wrong. If you're not using it wrong, not using it for saag paneer, it's not wrong. But any other curry you're trying to make, you must use turmeric. Fair enough? All right. So it's nicely bubbling right now. I can see I need to wait a little bit more. So how would you know your masala is done? Soon as you see a little bit of your oil start separating from your pan, the side of your pan, means your masala is done. Okay, this is basic masala. It's very, very important to keep repeating the same thing over and over. So how important it is, you can make this ahead of time and put in your freezer bags and leave it. You can freeze it until the evening when you're going home. just buy some chicken, put it in the chicken. Yeah, chicken is done. All right. Yes, it's starting separating. Very, very nice. It looks nice, lovely, and nicely done. And the last thing, I'm going to do one more thing, one more time again. Put a little bit of my garam masala on it again. And so, I'm going to show you how my basic masala is done right here. Okay, I'll come to everyone. So as you see, I did not use a whole lot of different kind of ingredients. Very simple, few basic ingredients. So if you do this one right, put in your freezer, it's going to last you for some time. Okay. All right, got it? Here you go, I don't want to spill on you. Looks pretty nice. Here we go. Good. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to tell you some different kind of variations right here. If you do this masala right now, what I did, not I did, actually she did. So if you put your chicken in there right now, it's going to make your chicken masala. If you put a lamb in there, make your lamb masala, beef masala, pork masala, cauliflower masala, potato masala, whatever you call it. It's right here, gets done right here. So you have few